Hello, friends. Welcome to another episode of Ivy Indiviers. Today, I'm going to share with you all the recipe of chicken biryani. This dish is very much cherished in my household. I'm going to share with you few tricks of making the perfect chicken biryani, which will ensure that you get the fluffiest and yummiest chicken biryani ever that your family and everyone at your home is going to love. So let's get started. So friends, these are our ingredients for the chicken biryani. This biryani I am making for 5 to 6 servings. I have washed 2.5 cups of rice and soaked it in cold water. Here is some 800 grams of chicken washed and pre-marinated with 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, some jeera or cumin powder and red chili powder, and some refined oil. We have marinated it overnight. This time I am using some thigh pieces of chicken, but otherwise I use the curry cut chicken 800 grams. And here are my 3 big tomatoes finely chopped. There is 3 big onions finely chopped, some ginger paste and some garlic paste, some coriander, green coriander, washed and soaked, and this I will use for garnishing later. And here I have soaked some saffron strands in some lukewarm milk. This will also be used later. Friends, in a thick bottomed pan, this one, now I have warmed up some mustard oil. You can use any oil of your choice. Now our mustard oil is warm and I am going to add the chopped onions into it. And I am adding the grated garlic as well. Now I am giving it a good stir. Let it fry for some time. Meanwhile, in a saucepan, our water is boiling. Now there is a special process of boiling rice for biryani. For that, into this boiled water, I am going to add some whole garam masala, which are some elaichi or cardamom, some black peppercorns or kali mirch, some dalchini or cinnamon sticks, and a bit of mace. This I am going to add to the water. Then I am adding a spoonful of salt into the water and a teaspoon of refined oil. Now I am going to add the rice for boiling. Now I am adding the rice. Friends, because of this oil, our rice won't stick to each other and the flavor of the garam masalas will be going into the rice, and we are going to parboil this rice. We are going to parboil it. That means we are going to boil it till the rice is 80 to 90% done. Meanwhile, our chopped onion and garlic paste has been frying for some 5 minutes, and you can see that it is changing color and it is half fried. It has become translucent, and now into it I am going to add our chopped tomatoes and let it fry for some time. And with the tomatoes I am adding my chopped ginger paste as well, grated ginger paste as well. Now I am adding little bit of salt into the tomatoes and little bit of turmeric, because some turmeric is already added to the marinated chicken. So you can add it as per your taste. So you can see now our onion and tomatoes are now well fried and they have mixed into each other. At this point we are going to add our chicken pieces into this masala. In goes our chicken. Our chicken has gone into the masala paste, and now I am going to add a little bit of red chili powder. All this masala combination is also dependent on your taste. A little bit of meat masala. And again some cumin powder. And give it a good stir so that everything gets mixed nicely. Meanwhile, friends, our rice is done. It's parboiled. It's 70 to 80% done, and now we are going to strain it and take it out in a wide plate. So friends, I have strained the rice and taken it out in a wide plate so that they become fluffy, and you can see they are not sticking to each other. And for making good biryani, apart from the meat like mutton or chicken, how you cook the rice is also equally important. And secondly, now I am going to add some curd to our chicken. But before adding the curd, you have to mix it. Like you have to mix it with a spoon and then add it to our gravy or the chicken. First, it will add another layer of flavor to your biryani. First, let me mix it thoroughly, then add it to the chicken. So the reason, as I have said, I am mixing this curd, otherwise it may curdle once it gets into touch with the oil. So I have first mixed it with a spoon, made it even, and now I am going it to our chicken. After adding the curd, we are going to mix everything. Now all we need to do is let it cook on slow to medium flame for some time till the chicken is cooked thoroughly and the curd starts releasing oil. Now I am going to put the lid on and put something heavy on top of it so that the air is not released. Meanwhile, I'll keep checking the chicken from time to time. And friend, as you can see, this is some nutmeg, some mace and some cinnamon. I am going to powder them all together and add to the cooking chicken. This is our powdered nutmeg, mace and cinnamon, and I am adding it to the chicken now. I've added it, and now I am going to stir the chicken again. And now friends, what we have done for the dum process, we have warmed up a tawa for 5 minutes on high flame, and on top of it I am going to put our saucepan where our chicken has been cooking. Chicken is well cooked now, and to it, see, because of the heat of the tawa, you can see the boiling that is coming. But just because we are putting it on top of the tawa, it will ensure that the bottom layer is not stuck and it doesn't get burned. Now I am going to add our rice, and you can see now after some time how fluffy it has become. We are going to layer it on top of the chicken. First layer is added. Now I am adding little bit of salt, little bit, some ghee, and our milk soaked with saffron strands. Then I am going to repeat the same process with the next layer. On the second layer, a pinch of salt, some ghee, and the remaining saffron milk. Now I am putting the lid. I will lower the flame, and then I am going to let it cook for another 5 minutes. Our biryani is ready now, and I have garnished it with some fresh green chopped coriander. Now I am going to mix everything together and serve it in a serving plate. And now friends, our chicken biryani is just ready to be relished. How did you like the recipe? Do let me know through your comments in the comments box, and do subscribe to Ivy Endeavours for more to come. I would be happy to help you in whatever way possible by replying to your comments. Bye for today. Have a good day.